The scene, a jail cell. It is near dark and there is a man in the cell named General Bazine. He is looking very angry. He has just been sent to jail threatening the planet and murder. There is a female bailiff with another criminal and they enter the jail cell. Starring General Kazim, Barry Mundano, the bailiff, and another little guy and has no really part in this play. Thank you.
Let me out. I will kill you if you don't.
But you just said yesterday, and the day before, and the day before. When will you ever learn that your threats mean nothing to me now? Okay, Barry, in you go. I hope you enjoy your stay here in the friendliest prison on earth. Not.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Barry the Blade Mundano. I killed the U.S. Senator and almost got away with it.
That's why you're in here for life, and then some.
I have friends in high places. Namely, I'm the son of a mafia leader in Chicago.
And he's general of the Malian army. And look where it got him.
Hey, I should flick out your eyeballs for saying that. I am a respected leader in Mali. I didn't know that the nuclear waste treatment plant we made was leaking into the Nile River.
Yeah, and I'm Princess Toadstool.
Look the part.
You just lost your phone privileges for a month. Well, I'd love to sit and chat with you, but I got better things to do. Now you two play nice.
As soon as I get out of here, I'll put a price on her head.
And I'll double it.
Hey, wait a minute.
I know who you are. You're that guy who almost destroyed the world. I'd like to shake your hand.
Destroying the world was only a side effect. My main goal was money.
I hear ya.
It's just so hard to con good money these days. Now banks have high-tech surveillance equipment, armored escorts, and security up to their eyeballs. That is why I went into the nuclear waste treatment business. All the people thought it was a great idea, and everything worked perfectly. We were just receiving so much waste that we decided to store half of it in a basement we made was 10 miles long. We made a fortune, that is, before that fool Dirk Pitt and the Brady Bunch gang came in and spoiled the whole thing.
Yeah, killing is hard to do. I say it came down to when they started using fingerprints. That was a minor inconvenience. All we had to do was wear gloves. But now, there are so many things you can do that you can't even leave the body around anymore. You got to bring it with you. You know, no body, no crime. That's what I did with the senator.
Sounds good, but I can see that something went wrong.
Tell me about it. It came down to a couple of pesky brats. A kid named Mark and his brother, Ricky. Damn those kids. And damn my stupid lawyer. You think you can trust a guy by telling him, my lawyer, where I hid the body. And then he turned around and blabbed the whole thing to a 12-year-old kid before blowing his own brains out.
If I had a servant like that who worked for me, he would be piranha bait by now.
You just can't trust anyone nowadays. I knew that I had to move the body fast, but I couldn't with the feds on my ass 24 hours a day. So I asked my father, the boss, to rub out the kids. Gave me this big long talk about how I was stupid to put it in a spot where they could dig him up, and said I should have used the river instead. Humph. He said I was on my own on this one, and he wouldn't kill some small innocent children. Like it makes a difference how old someone is before you rub them out.
Nowadays, you've got to be sneaky. You just can't shoot someone anymore and get away with it. My grandfather used to tell me 5 guidelines to being a good villain. 1. Always cover your tracks. 2. If someone can't be bribed, then they can always be shot. 3. Smother yourself with allies and loyal servants. 4. Make very big contacts. And 5. To thine own self be true.
I understood them all except for the last one.
I'm not sure about it either. He was big on Shakespeare, so I think it's probably that or something he read on the back of a cereal box.
Ah.
I commanded by far the biggest army Africa has ever seen. I had thousands of men doing whatever I commanded, but my undoing, of course, was my tragic flaw. I have a short temper, and my former teacher had the nerve to say I was not smart. So, of course, when I came into power, one of my first orders was to convict my teacher of treason and put him to death.
But of course.
I admit now, though, he may have not been all that far off. Especially since I put 1,500 people to death in one day, because I underestimated that Dirk Pitt fella who destroyed my plans for money and power.
How?
My plan was a simple one. Send my fleet in 3 lines and overpower the puny Dirk Pitt and his friends from the UN Tactical Forces team. I told the men behind to shoot anyone who gets out of line, but of course, Dirk had a couple Uzis up his sleeve and massacred the first row. The rest went downhill from there. His US friends came in time to finish off the rest of my battalion before they could do some damage, which brings me here.
Your story sounds a lot like the other ones I've heard. Like mine, they're always over at least one of 5 main things. Money, power, sex, revenge or greed.
Well, what else is there?
Beat for me. Okay, you guys, lunchtime. Let's go.
We're free! Let us depart from this hellhole.
Kazim,
What?
have you read the book Jurassic Park?
No, but I've seen the movie. Why?
I saw the movie too, but I think books are a lot better than movies. They're only constricted to what your imagination can create. Don't you think?
Yeah. Uh-oh, another cop. I'll take him out.
You died. Oh! No, no, no.
Great job.
There's a car. Let's go.
I just thought of something. Villains. Before, we used to be great guys like Dracula and Frankenstein monster. They were always so obvious, wearing black, only coming out at night. Now there is us. We are like normal persons today. Villains have really evolved and are more sly and smart. Like us, geniuses. Uh-oh, the cops are coming after us. Let's blow them away.
Yes!
Ooh, that was just really hard, but I think we got over it. We're safe now. Puny humans! Ha 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 ha! I have conquered another world! Ha ha ha.
How many minutes?